Good morning, Joseph Jackson. Welcome, welcome, brother. Oh, it's so quick. Morning, Aonix. Good to see you, buddy. Some wild news this morning, huh? Yo, Blackheart, Zim, Belcock. Good to see you guys. The man. PP the man. Good to see you. I was just in the middle of watching my video. Yeah, right? It was wild. I woke up, took one look at that. I was like, oh, I guess I better go make a freaking video real quick. I'm really glad I didn't push out a headhunt tier list until I saw that. That might change some things. How's the week been? Started out slow and has ended on fire. Got my ass kicked in Guild Wars. Scales Ross are such a pain. Indeed. What's up, Sir Tilt? Zoop Live. Morning, who this guy? We got a lot to cover today. Who are we fighting? Arcadia 6. Yo, Malice 1974.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too. Thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate you. Okay. What do we got here? Cleaving the bottom is a little scarry. I wouldn't mind cleaving the bottom if I could safely take ARAM, but ARAM's a little dangerous for this one. What do you guys think? Hey, Mama Mania and Keller, good to see you guys too. Okay. The top team's not that big of a deal. I don't have the balls to cleave the bottom team. Use a Miki, ML Senya, ML Yulha. Kind of liking the idea of using Karl. Karl can take the hit. Numa Luna can do his bullshit turning off Setska. Then Karl can one-shot Bossarunka, right? What if we do Karl and we do Luna? Who needs to have her gear put back? Yikes. And then we further damage reduce and reach around Bossarunka with Sylvian. I kind of like this. Who stole your gear? Okay, and up top Rebellion and Harsetti. You know what's funny is this, and then we can put pretty much anybody in that last spot. Anybody who can chip this shit down, because I'm basically immortal to anything that they do. G-Ross? Yeah, I could do G-Ross. But that's going to draw the targeting of these two. I'd rather them target into somebody else rather than stick a defense break here. Somebody tanky enough to be able to take this hit and not care, but chew through everything else. You know, once this is dead, the fight's over. So how about we use, I haven't gotten a chance to use my DPS Ilanov in a freaking minute. So let's use the damage Ilanov. Surely Moona, the top team, need Moona on the bottom team. Can you tell me what stats to focus on for ML Arya? I don't have her. I've never built her. I would have to look at her kit again. Honestly, if I don't have the unit, I don't study up that much on how to build them. Give me a minute. I'll go take a look at her kit. Look at how unstoppable this team is. What do we got here? Somebody having a problem? Sorry. Okay. Hey, Tristen, my stove client does an opening saying it's failed to load the configuration files. What do I do? Like, you can't launch stove at all? I already restarted, and Task Manager shows it's open, CPU usage 0, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you reinstall the client, it'll re-download Epic 7 for you. All your game files and everything will still be preserved. Hurt Turnip, it's not like you'll lose anything, it'll just take it a few minutes to reinstall. Yeah, force quit it in your task manager. Just right click on it, end process, make sure it's dead in your task manager. Go into your apps, fully uninstall it. Every once in a while when Stove updates, it corrupts itself when updating, and you got to do a fresh install. How good is C. Lilius right now? She's solid. A lot of people think she's going to be really good with the new Surin, but I'm skeptical on that. But she's always been really good. Since her buff, she's being picked more often than C. Phantom Politis. I mean, do I have to reinstall the internal files? No. It'll keep all that. Just when you select uninstall, don't check the box that says, you know, to keep the saved and stored files. Let's injure you since you're an HP scaler. Should I pick up Empyrean Ilanov from the headhunt? We'll work on that tomorrow. Me and Valky are going to collaborate on a tier list for you. But yeah, Empyrean Ilanov is a stellar pickup. She's future-proof, and I think she's always worth having. I'm just going to freaking hit auto. There's no reason for me to be even thinking about this fight. Could have quick battled this one. Is young Senya worth it to pick up? She is very useful in Guild Wars, and that's pretty much it. That's really it. She's really good in Guild Wars. If you don't really care that much about Guild Wars, then you can pass on her. She occasionally has, whoa, cool your tits there. Let me turn auto off. I'm going to lose my Ilanov. That's frustrating. Give me enough of a barrier to protect Ilanov, please. Don't die. Bollocks. Well, this is awkward. Suddenly we're turning this into a draw. It was such a good plan. Yeah, it's exactly what I said before. I was like, I don't want to take that unit. It's a light unit. They'll just get focused by BBK and probably die. And then I took a light unit that got focused by BBK until she died. I needed to have a unit that, or a unit on there that didn't take the focus of the two dark units. Man, that's frustrating. I just brought her as a tanky DPS bruiser. The third choice is just a unit to kill everybody else. It was just my stupid that I brought a light unit. And what the F is this Renak? Okay. Who do I think will be a meta Guild War defense now that once Hecate's released? Well, certainly not Ruel. It's not technically a nerf because the unit's not been released yet. You can't really call it a nerf when the unit's not even out. No, don't burn that, you doofus. Or do I burn it? It'll probably kill Setska. I think I do burn it. Shit. Shit. I'll tell you what, once this fight's over, guys, we'll get into it and I'll tell you all about the nerfs. I gotta take this, guys. I'll be right back.
I blinked and it's been 2 years. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so since you asked, let's go check it out, guys. So Hecate skill effect adjustment and future direction. This post is so full of W, you guys are going to lose your damn mind. So let's go. So I just put up a video about this. If you're coming in late, you can check out that video. It just went live. But let's see. Okay, so here's the big change, right? Heroes cannot revive and cannot be granted immortality is being changed from enemy heroes to all heroes. It's changing the word enemy to all. That's the entire focus of the nerf. What this means is she works like Briar Witch Asaria, not like Sinful Angelica. She is now a double-edged sword. So that's the reason that that's important. Oh, hey, Nacho, thank you for the resub, buddy. 2 years. Dude, thank you so much, man. I missed it because of the stupid phone call. Thank you so much. You've been here since the beginning, brother, man. What this means is they heard our feedback. They heard us say, oh, great, somebody to make the revive meta worse. Hecate's original purpose was to slow the revive meta, to make Maid Ruel, Spirit Eye Celine not so debilitating. So by doing this, you can use her to stop that bullshit, but you aren't going to see people. Anybody that thinks this is bad, I just got 3 units for you. Hecate, Ruel, Spirit Eye Celine. How do you beat that? Because you don't. You really don't beat that. I mean, unless you get Briar Witch Asaria on 3 and hope that they don't pick things that just screw you over on that. So I think this is a very good and reasonable change. We sympathize with the concerns our heirs raised regarding the passive at Hecate's S2 regarding the showcase. Yeah, everybody said this is going to be awful to fight against. If you don't have this unit, you aren't going to be able to play. And if you play this unit with Ruel, you might as well just top right because the fight is going to suck. So yes, Hecate has officially been nerfed, but anybody who is mad about this nerf is an absolute villain. This is really good for the game. It's smart and balanced and still lets her work in her existing utility. Next thing that they nerfed is the additional sets. We were getting 3 sets, right? And they've decided that a lot of the feedback was, hey, this is a lot to grind. We only have so many leafs, and you're putting this thing into otherworldly, which is very leaf expensive. Getting the otherworldly cores to farm is limiting, and there are 3 sets in there now. It's going to make it hard to farm and not very fun and very expensive and kind of something for whales only. So, you know, they agreed with this opinion. They agreed about the burden of gameplay, the inventory issues, Smilegate inventory issues, and concerned about increased farming volume once these sets are added. So they are removing the acceleration set. Okay, the acceleration set is the one that every time somebody took a turn, your speed increased. And this set was probably most exciting for tank down and slower players, because this is a set that the longer the fight goes on, the better its effect gets. So people are going to be, running relatively slow units are going to start reaping benefits from this. And by Frenzy 3 or 4, they're not going to be slow anymore. And suddenly their tank down team is more aggressive. It was a neat set. They aren't shit canning it. They didn't say this set was too strong. They didn't say this set was unbalanced. They just said 3 was too much to put in Otherworldly Rift farm. So they're just going to do 2. I fully expect that next time around, we're going to see acceleration in one other set. It's more of a postponement rather than a cancellation. That's my feel from it, is that they said all of the issues are burden, gameplay, inventory, increased farming. Nothing mentions acceleration set being too strong, broken, or a problem with the set. It's all about too much too fast and being a burden on the community. So they are only going to update 2 of the new sets. They're only going to release 2 of the new sets, excluding from the originally planned 3 sets. Excluding doesn't mean canceling or getting rid of or deleting. It just means they're not releasing it in this batch. So the next Otherworldly Rift, expect acceleration set, given that's 5, 6, 7 months away, but it's still going to come along with additional sets. They have specifically said that the new sets are going to be operated with a focus not on broad universal applicability, but on specialized sets for specific heroes, right? And they've done this so far. Riposte set, only really good on 5 or 6 heroes, and only really best in slot on 2 or 3 heroes. The reversal set, only really good on 3 or 4 heroes, only really best in slot on 1 or 2 heroes, right? They're doing the same thing here. They don't want to say, here is better speed set, here is better destro set, here's immunity plus ultra. They're trying to come out with sets that benefit specific heroes to address challenges in the meta, to address challenges with units not being playable. It is yet another way for them to give buffs to units that need buffs without actually changing kits. It's a smart way to do it. and it adds some diversity to it. People are like, oh, what are they going to do to reduce the dominance of the importance of speed set? What are they ever going to do to give us an alternative to Destro set? They're not looking to do that. They're looking to give you ways to address specific units' utility in the game. They're not looking at ways to replace existing sets or to make you feel like you have to start hard farming this because it's going to be used on everyone. You're never going to see these otherworldly sets be used on everyone. Oh, weird. Which side is saying that? Hang on. Huh. It only seems to be some comments on YouTube that are getting doubled. I don't know, man. My bot's doing weird things. What can I... Oh, no, there it is. There it is. Oh my God. Yeah, it's from YouTube. I have no idea why. YouTube gets to say things twice now, I guess. I'll work on fixing that bot after stream. If I can't get it fixed, I'll replace it with a different one. That's brand new. Hey Tristen, is Tagore or Jorg a better 6-star? Tagore is really heckin' useful early game. Really heckin' useful. AoE revive is insane. So anyway, this approach, we aim to minimize the burden while preserving the fun of farming the new sets. I mean, that's really all there is to it. So yeah, I know some of you are very disappointed about Acceleration set being gone. I was looking forward to making Acceleration Last Rider Crow. It is what it is. Yeah. Isn't it a day in the life of Tristen will stream without something being broken? You're not wrong, Beardy. Oh, we did figure out what was wrong with my computer for the past year. For those of you who've been following the drama of my computer randomly black screen of deaths on me and nobody could figure out why, and it's gone through a dozen different labs and everybody threw the hands up in the air, and the last high-end tech guy I had told me to call a priest. Yeah, it turns out it was the hard drive. You know, the hard drive that I replaced with a brand new hard drive 3 times in a row, and it still had the same problem. It is and always was the hard drive. I had one of the best hard drives on the market, a 990 Samsung Pro hard drive. And with the brand new computer, I took that hard drive and made it the storage drive. I made it the D drive instead of the C drive. And randomly while I was recording, the D drive disappeared. Just poof, disappeared from my my list of drives. I'm like, oh, well, that would have caused a black screen of death if the boot drive disappeared. So I told a friend of mine, he said, well, check to see if there's a firmware update, because I know Samsung has had some really rough firmware issues on their drives. So I went over to Samsung's website to look at their firmwares, and I checked their firmware list, and I want you to check out what came out last September to address intermittent non-recognition and blue screen of death issues, released in September. One of the best hard drives on the market had a buggy firmware that was causing my issue. And the crazy thing is, for the past year, there was no solution to it. There wasn't a solution until this firmware update came out 2 months ago. Since we've updated the firmware, there's not been a single issue with this drive. So yeah, best. Fuck you, Samsung. I rebuilt this computer 3 times because of your shitty ass hard drive. But anyway, I can sleep at night now knowing that the problem was solved. We're extremely cautious about undermining the value of your existing sets. This is what I was talking about, right? They're not looking at finding better speed sets or replacement for Destro. They're looking at unique sets that have specific niche usages on just a handful of characters to elevate handful of characters. Don't hate on Samsung. They are pretty great. They are, but they kind of shit in my Cheerios this morning. If you get what I'm saying. Anyway. So that's the take on the new sets. People are like, if you hear anybody saying they got rid of the acceleration set because they're worried it'll give people an alternative to speed set, or it'll give people an answer to speed. No, they got rid of it because it was too many sets all at once, and they're going to focus on just a couple of speed sets in Otherworldly at a time. Sorry, a couple of new sets in Otherworldly at the time, and acceleration I fully expect to see added next rotation, unless the meta has shifted enough where that set really won't impact things. Remember, they want these sets to be impactful and to synergize with specific heroes. Okay? Cope 7? Nah. I think that's a pretty fair take, Yuki. Or Yuiku. Regarding the warfare rules, this one came out of the blue, right? I was like down on them in the last news burst. I was like, I guess we're going into the same boring ass. They will never get rid of speed set, but oh yeah. That's Cope. No, there are some people that were feeling like this would be an alternative for people who suffered under the yoke of speed set. This would give them a way to tank down and then speed their tank down units up to compete with first turn. And maybe that's true to an extent, but remember, their goal isn't to compete with existing sets. Their goal is to uplift specific units for specific meta issues. Just another tool, another balancing tool at their disposal. So they were the warfare rules. I was down on. I was like, God, another freaking warfare rule, or another freaking season with the same warfare rules, same meta, same everything. They're not changing anything. Hate it. Well, they're changing it. Before we had offense, which was pretty heckin' strong, defense, which was awful. It was so hard to fight into, and pretty much everybody hated it, especially newer or early game players. It was ruinous to them. Weakening, this was the debuff, which didn't really do anything, and resistance, that didn't do anything for anybody who's not on the Japan server or Cookie. They introduced this for more diverse play pattern, and it did impact play patterns a little bit. Some heirs received these changes positively, but others expressed concern. I think the biggest concern we expressed was that it didn't go far enough, it wasn't diverse enough, so they're changing things. Yeah, they even call it out. The defense category reducing penetration by 30% was very restrictive. This is the one that harmed new players the most. And I know it's for champ and above, and new players aren't champ, but you get what I'm saying, right? People who aren't quite imp level, but they've been playing for a year and they're trying to get into RTA a little bit. This one was really harmful for newer players. So they're changing the warfare rules, and that's detailed in the infographic. We'll get to that in just a minute. I just really quickly wanted to breeze over this hero balancing. This is the highest bar I think I've seen Epic 7 set for themselves ever. This is basically a entire word salad spiel about how they acknowledge that balancing has not been good, and that one of the big issues they've made is that they come out with do-it-all heroes who seem to cover a little bit of everything, right? Mediator Queric jumped immediately to mind, who could attack buff and cleanse and attack break and put up barriers and give immunity, and it could ignore a debuff, and it just did everything. And if you didn't have him, it felt awful. Or heroes that were so that had so few ways to be countered that they ran over everybody, like Harsetti, like Lady of the Scales. And that they're going to try to shift their approach from giant do-it-all heroes to heroes that have specific jobs. They're going to refocus their new hero releases and adjustment balance of existing ones to focus on giving heroes specific roles instead of multiple simultaneous high-efficiency roles. It's increased diversity. Basically, they're saying we're going to try to be better at balancing, and it's really easy to say I'm going to be better, but actually doing it is hard. The best laid plans of mice and men, gang af agly. It is not easy to do what they're saying they're going to do. And this is a high bar to clear. And I applaud them for trying it. And for acknowledging that there's a problem with the way they're balancing the game and to attempt to address it. I hope they succeed, because the mission statement they've laid down here is impressive. Especially without nerfing. Yuiku's right. Especially without nerfing. To do what they say they're planning on doing here without nerfing is brutal. But they're going to try to make heroes more intuitive, clearly defining each hero's roles and strengths, focusing on specialization instead of allowing a single hero to fulfill multiple roles. This is just going to make the multiple role heroes already strong even stronger, unless they plan to nerf those. So they won't nerf, they'll adjust. Very, very curious to see how they handle this. And they also discuss countermeasures for heroes that, you know, go after specific enemy mechanics, like Harsetti, like Lady of the Scales, things like that. It creates an excessively high barrier to entry and counterplay, right? Oh, I want to get into RTA. Oh, do you have these units? No. Oh, then you don't get to play RTA. They want to address that to make it more to make it easier to address, make it easier to get into RTA. And they did not give us any specifics with how they're going to do it. They just said these are the things that we want to do. We plan, you know, to apply more applicable countermeasures. We plan to balance around specific weaknesses and counterplay. We plan to give units specific jobs instead of jack of all trades, master of all. I love the attitude. I don't know how I would do it. So hopefully they're smarter at it than I am, because this is a lot that they say they're going to do. And if they can pull it off, land of milk and honey, but not an easy thing. Now, let's talk about the Fall World Arena infographic. If you go over to the infographic, for those of you who want it, here is a link to that infographic. Monster of Doom! Thank you for the 15 months, my friend. Okay, so the infographic tells us all about last season. If you go all the way to the bottom of all of the charts and get through all of this fluff, you will get down to the warfare rules section, and this is fire, guys. The warfare rules are being changed. This fall season also marked the first implementation of warfare rules system. As mentioned in the previous infographic, the purpose of introducing warfare rules was to expand upon the battle frenzy system, allowing heirs to experience a more varied battle patterns within a single season. However, this was the first season we determined that assigning overly powerful rules from the outset could create excessive hurdles. In other words, mid-game players, go play hide and go F yourself. You're done. Some of those rules were therefore set conservatively, though we acknowledge this resulted in an uneven value across the rules. Yes, some rules were insane, other rules were unimpactful. To improve on these points, several rules have been newly configured for the second season. The 4 warfare rules into spring 2026 are as follows. So, offense rule, which was a strong rule that gave penetration to warriors, has been gutted and changed to when attacking, damage dealt increases proportional to the target's injuries up to a maximum of 50%. You can injure something up to 50%, so that's going to be your ratio. If you've done 25% injury to a target, you're going to do 25% more damage to that target, so on and so forth. This is going to make units like Shu, maybe Shu. Yeah, Rat Gaming, guys. Rat Gaming is going to be crazy. For real, though, any unit that does damage and spams injury is going to be nuts. Apocalypse Ravi, Alencia will be really good. If you build an injury Fene, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, but she should be really, really good. New Kid Auden? Yeah, I guess maybe. But yeah, this is This is a departure from just it's Warrior 7, right? You get this, you pick warriors, you win. This is you'll do significantly more damage, but you better pack some injury. So they're really trying to up the importance of injury in RTA through this. Oh yeah, don't forget about don't forget about Shu. Don't forget about units that just cause injury but aren't dead damage dealers themselves. Headhunt starts on the 18th, Iron Cap this Thursday. So anything that lays down injury, an injury Harsetti, Death Dealer Ray. I mean, maybe people will get nuts and bring Fire Ilanov out of retirement. It's neat because it opens the door, and expect to see injury be more impactful in RTA, especially when this rule is up. This is the mighty Zakak. You're right. Wow. Yeah. Scary. Okay. Next is the defense set. The defense set was the debilitating one, right? This is the one that removed 30%, gave everybody got a free Ilanov on their team, right? Everybody got built-in penetration resistance, and it slowed fights down to a crawl. And if you didn't have specific units, you really couldn't play into this. In fact, if you were a newer player and you got this, half of you guys just top righted rather than suffer through it. They've changed it from everybody gets pen res to grants 40% damage reduction to ranger heroes. That's a weird one to me, right? I think this one is just here to make people feel better about having pulled Afternoon Soak Flan. It'll make her much harder to kill, right? Because think about it. She's already stealthed, which means she's hard to hit. Or not stealth. She's already got dodge, which makes her hard to hit. And on top of that, she gets 40% damage reduction. Rangers are going to be rough. Who other than Afternoon Soak Flan do you guys think this will be really good for? I mean, you can say things like Landy and Litica, but those aren't real units, right? I mean, I don't know, maybe Green Landy will make a comeback because of this, right? This will make it incredibly hard to kill Sea Phantom Politis. Sea Phantom Politis starting out stealth will be almost unkillable. Lua, yeah, but Lua's not that good right now, but it will make her better. Seaside Bologna is an interesting one. Seaside Bologna. Because she's got built-in damage transfer. No, she doesn't have transfer. She has built-in damage reduction. It's not going to do that much for Seaside Bologna because damage reductions don't stack. It'll just go with the highest damage reduction. Yeah, it'll make her a little bit tankier than she was, but she's already got built-in 30, right? Is her built-in 30 or 40? 10 per surviving unit. As the rest of her team dies, it'll help, but at the start of the fight, she's going to have 30. I mean, it'll make her a little better, right? But it's like stacking double Arius on your team. It's not going to have that much of a difference. Hellion Lua for sure, but Hellion Lua not that important of a unit right now unless things change. Briar Witch's Saria is already not typically built bruisery, so I'm not sure the damage mid will be that big of a deal for her. Will Robin be usable now? You could go with a tankier Robin, I guess. It's an interesting rule. Slow, Candlestick, tanky, ML Lua. How do you look yourself in the mirror every morning, Cookie? I mean, don't you ever feel bad about the evil you spew into this world? All right, so again, right? You know it's a good change. If it's making you think and come up with concepts. Here's a link to the page that this all this information is on. You have to scroll almost to the bottom. It's almost at the very bottom after all the graphs and charts. The third rule that's being changed is the weakening rule. This was the burn bleed one that made burns and bleeds stronger. At the end of each turn, detonates burns, bleeds, and bomb effects. Holy shit, did they just turn this into one of the strongest rules out there? Mother of God. There's no way they let this stand, right? They removed bombs from it last time, right? They're going to remove bombs from it again, right? Because everybody else, kind of useless because everyone who already uses it detonates already. Summertime Assyria has to S3 to detonate, and if you S3, it's an AoE attack and it invites all kinds of problems. How about a Summertime Assyria who can just unlimited S1 and blow shit up and never has to ever S3 to blow shit up? Yeah. Nah, fam. I think this is nuts. Detonating bombs every time at the end of each turn. S1, bomb explodes. S1, bomb explodes. She literally soul burn stun everybody on the enemy team. Caesarea S1EE, goodbye. Yes. This one is the craziest, right? It's going to make strong units even stronger. It'll make Yulha even stronger. It might be an attempt to get Sealed-Eyed Surin to be relevant in the meta. Veronica. Are you kidding me? Veronica's going to go berserk. Robin will be good. Westworld Show will be good. Maybe we'll see Light Sid actually make a comeback. So yeah, guys. I think that. Oh yeah. Yulha does detonate Bleeze already. Oh, you're right. Light Sid detonates in the same skill. Okay. Sorry, I'm just always looking for a way for Pirate Sid. Wait, what about the new Surin? She puts bleeds on everybody and now they detonate, and then she puts more bleeds on people and then they detonate. Asflan on Summer Series Artifact. Remember that you cannot have 2 defense rules up at the same time, but that would give you the ability to have... Well, no, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work because Assyria's Artifact only works on single target attacks. You can't AoE bomb, and Asflan's S1 is AoE. But I like the hustle. I like that you're thinking. Any change that makes you think about new and unique comps, anything that makes you think about doing new and unique things in RTA is new and unique things. Yeah, also, yeah, non-crit too. Non-crit. And, Cookie breathes a sigh of relief because they left the resistance rule exactly the same. ER still gets to have ER. So, isn't P-Flan perhaps okay with Warfare Rule 2? I think she's good with Warfare Rule 2 or 3, dude. I think it's a pretty good glow up for P-Flan. I hate this res rule. It's okay. Effect res doesn't really exist. It can't hurt you. Regarding the background for the changes, the previous Warfare rules offense increased penetration warriors by 20%. Received frequent feedback for being underwhelming. I didn't think it was underwhelming. I just thought it, limited you just using warriors. As a result, we restructured the new offense rule where injuries inflicted can be impact. Yes, so this is going to be much more impactful for standard play. Here's the interesting thing, right? None of these changes really boost cleave up, with the exception of maybe making C poly a little bit better as an opener. And I don't know anybody that debuff cleaves. Maybe now. And none of these are really super impactful for Giga Tank Down. They're really good for Bruiser. They're really good for Standard. They're really good for Aggro. The 3 styles of fighting that are most enjoyable to watch, while not really doing anything to bolster up the 2 least favorite styles, the Frenzy 10 Tank Down and the you're dead before you are able to even touch your units cleave. Will Captain Flam be good now? Possibly. If you get the right Warfare rule. I think under Warfare Rule 3, Captain Flan will be crazy. I think under Warfare Rule 2, Captain Flan will be more impactful in certain comps. No waifu teaser yet. Who is even first? Assyria DN. DN will come out on January 1st. Assyria should come out in mid-February. No, March. God damn it. Where's my calendar? January 1st will be DN. She'll be up for 1 week, 2 week, 3 week. Then they'll have a rerun for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. February 12th. Did I math that right? Hang on. 1 week, 2 week, 3 week to the rerun, 1 week. Two weeks, three. Yeah, February 12th should be Asaria. Unless they stuff a extra spacer like a Moonlight Selector banner or something that increases the spacing, Asaria should come out on the 12th, and that makes sense because the 18th is when they're doing a version update, which means probably new content, new stories coming out, and they want Asaria to be part of the current ongoing story, so it's logical she'll come out while the story's still going on. Then we will move into a new maintenance version, and that's when new heroes can come out with regards to that. So it makes sense that there won't be a custom banner or something that extends it. But you know DN is first on the 1st and Asaria is second on the 12th just because of the quality of art that's already out. Are we still waiting for Biblis Limited? I expect Biblis Limited to be sometime in late March, early April, because she is and always was a spring unit. Garden unit, all about flowers, all about rebirth. Her entire story centered around it. They just had to shoehorn her story into December and release it early because of the cancellation of Awakened Potential. So I expect they'll push her back more into being a springtime unit. Just my theory. Oh yeah, Dark Shuri. Yeah, Westworld Shuri. That'll be crazy. Need an Ahmed rerun. I think that either the first week of January or the last week of December, you're going to see a custom group summon. It's going to be January 1st will be right in the middle of it, right? I think the week before till the week after, we'll get a 3-week long custom group summon that goes right over top of the DN banner because they got to give you ways to summon more DNs to imprint MLDN. They did the exact same thing when ML Landy came out. They ran a custom group summon so you could pull your green Landies. They'll do it here too. So expect a custom group summon to pick up your Ahmeds, your Biblis, your DNs, etc. at the end of the year. I would almost bet a paycheck that it will happen. All right, guys. So they felt that the effect resistance set has meaningful impact. I know Kev Strife loves this. I'm sure Cookie is thrilled about it. The penetration was burdensome. It was hardest on mid-game players, and the weakening rule was the rule that didn't really exist, and everybody just ignored it. What was Biblis's artifact? It was that weird flower one that nobody really cared about. Gardening shears. No, it wasn't gardening shears. Right? Yeah, it wasn't gardening shears. That was a Katie's limited one. It was shears? It's got a Katie's on it. Okay, Biblis's artifact has her sister on it. Okay, old gardening shears. There you go. I know Acades is her sister. All right. When anybody's able to explain to me why this artifact has Zeo on it, though. It's midnight something. Why this has Zeo on it? I'm curious why this has Zeo on it. What a garbage artifact. It's clearly for CEO Zio. Epic 7 team remains committed to lowering the barrier to entry so that both new and returning heirs can participate in World Arena. And this is really the long and the short of it, guys. The warfare rules were not conducive to allowing new and returning players. Newer players didn't have the tools necessary to overcome the problems in the game, and returning players are missing the current meta units that were required to play. And this goes back to the mission statement that they gave in the previous thread, as well as these changes to warfare rules. They're trying to make it more accessible. And I guarantee it's because when we look at these warfare rules, they're going to find that nobody freaking played last season. Nobody enjoyed it. It was the worst season we've ever had, and attendance reflected it. So they're trying to do things to make it, 1, more fun, and 2, more accessible. Because look at a 73% pre-ban rate on Lady of the Scales. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. This is why they said they're going to try to stop doing units that can do everything and that have so few counters that if you don't have them, you don't get to play. Same with Bossarunka, same with Harsetti. All 3 of these units are exactly what they said. Units that are so strong and there are so little counterplay that if you don't have specific units to counter them and they get picked, you lose. And that's, nobody wants to play into that. Nobody wants to play a game that's got that level. I mean, the first 5 units, after that, you got some healthy pre-bans. But the first 5, and especially the first 3, are ridiculous. And Lady of Scales being pre-banned this much should send a strong message to Smilegate that y'all fucked up. And don't ever do that again. Early game, Lady of the Scales. Mid game, Lady of the Scales. Late game, Lady of the Scales. I mean, yeah. No matter where you look, Lady of the Scales most banned unit, followed by Bossarunka, followed by Harsetti, followed by Renak. It's pretty telling that this is an unbalanced meta and it wasn't a good one to play into. First pick unit. The only reason Lady of the Scales is not the most picked first pick unit is because she was always banned. 73% of the game she wasn't even available, and that's why her pick rate is so low. But even with her being banned 73% of the time, she is still the number 2 most picked unit, meaning the instant somebody let that unit through, she was picked. I know that's how I played. Oh, you didn't ban Lady of the Scales. If I'm first pick, I don't ban Lady of the Scales. And if you don't ban her, I take her. And that was my key to 100% win rate when I was first pick. The only way you lose is if you are first pick and they banned Lady of the Scales. It was that bad. Bossarunka actually got picked more often because everybody was banning Harsetti and Lady of the Scales. So they had to let somebody off the hook, and Bossarunka got to be it. Yikes. Freerin coming in as a very, very strong first pick, then Renak, and then people abusing the revive meta, right? Same for early, same for mid, same for late. No variety at all in the game. Freerin did sneak ahead of Lady of the Scales late stage. But again, that just shows you that the late stage Lady of the Scales was pre-banned even more. Harsetti's still pre-banned. She was always my pre-ban. That unit is anti-fun. If I was first pick, then I would pre-ban Renak and Lady of the Scales. And if I was second pick, I would ban Harsetti and Lady of the Scales. Every single time. Harsetti never gets to see the light of the day, and the only time I didn't ban Lady of the Scales is when I planned a first picker. Okay. For units being picked, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth picks, how often were the units picked? You notice Lady of the Scales is barely picked at all. You have to go down to number 14. That's because, again, always pre-banned. Freerin, probably the most picked unit because of the units, you know, of the units that are pre-banned with what's left, she was just giga freaking strong into it. And also she was new enough that people didn't quite understand how to fight into her. Just an overall strong ass unit. Genesis Ross, go figure. They may have cooked a little too hard on Genesis Ross. And then the evasion meta, Boss Arunca always strong. And then we start sliding into the revive tank down meta. Bellion's biggest resurgence is because Freerin is picked so often. Final overview. Fewer players in Legend League. More players in Emperor League. A lot less players in Warlord. We don't have champion info. The one thing they don't show is the total number of people who played. Han had an uptick in Warlord. I wish they would show the total number of people that played, but I guess that's not information they want out there. The cutoffs were about the same, a little bit lower because fewer people were playing. Wow, the cutoff for Warlord was crazy lower. That really illustrates how not hard people were grinding at the end of the season. That's a big drop in attendance for the cutoff to drop that much. Oh, I'm reading it backwards. Okay. Why is it higher with fewer people playing, guys? Why do you think it's higher with fewer people playing? I read all these backwards. Across the board, the number of plays kind of went up a little bit. Down a tiny, and up a tiny. Number of players seems to be about the same, at least in the top 3 ranks. Oh, wait, this is dumb. Of course, there are 100 people in Legend, because there can only be 100 people in Legend. 101 just means we had a tie. Of course, there's 1,000 people, or the 900 people in Emperor, because 100 of that top 1,000 are Legend. Of course, there's 2,000 people in Warlord, because the top 3,000 are Warlord, and 1,000 of those people are Emperor and Legend. All this tells us is that there were significantly more ties this year than last year. The only usefulness you get out of this is the spread, right? There were more people in Global this year, and there was less people in Europe and Japan that made it into Legend. Okay, guys, this tells you nothing about attendance. This tells you about the spread of the servers. You know, what composition Emperor was. How many people in Warlord were in from Korea versus Global. Suddenly, this is a much more boring chart. This is the only thing that I noticed with all the metrics being up. This means that getting into these ranks was much more competitive. Okay, first and last pick win statistics. More so than last year, first pick. Yeah, more so than last year, first pick had an advantage. Okay, match count. Okay, average match count. fewer matches to get into Legend than last year, fewer matches to get into Emperor, fewer matches. It took fewer matches to get there with a lower win rate. Anybody good with statistics able to analyze that for me? What's it mean when it takes fewer matches to get there with a lower win rate? But yeah, same, and gold. More people coasting. Yeah. The one metric that they don't give us, we used to be able to get, somebody was mining it before, and I don't know if it's still being mined, but was the total games played. And they aren't showing that metric, but I think anybody that played RTA this last season and looked at the time to get an opponent queues being significantly longer, it showed that this season wasn't very well attended. Let's see what they say. What are your overall thoughts? First, we'd like to express our sincere gratitude to all heirs that made it to World blah, blah, blah. Looking back at the beginning of the season, 2 new heroes, Lady Scales and Justice Ross, quickly took center stage after release, together with Setska, released September. Dominate, influence, terrible, unfun, horrible balance. Conquer Lilius Liner, serving with Festive Ida, continued to demonstrate a strong presence. Around the midpoint of the season, the meta underwent another major shift as the revive meta shit all over everything and made the game awful and boring and nobody wanted to play anymore. The impact of these changes was substantial, continued to shape the meta, core strategies. Well, in the later stage of the season, particular utilization of free run to counter strategies form became a central topic. This led to extensive non-playing of RTA and people complaining on Reddit about how boring and awful the game was, and that Epic 7 needed to fix it. Teams built around Spirit Ice Lead and Silvertide Christie were also a giant pain in the ass because revive meta. On the other hand, some players broke through the revival comps using high-speed teams led by Briarwitch Assaria, which was one of the more effective ways to cleave in this game and was very end game gear dependent. And this comes back to the, if you didn't have the specific tools and the gear to make it happen, you just didn't get to play the season, which is the big topic of why they're making all these changes. It was a fierce competitive season, but we're also fully aware that many of the channels that there was growing fatigue surrounding certain hero picks. For the next season, we'll do our utmost to ensure heirs can... I mean, at least they kind of acknowledged that there was fatigue. I'm going to go play something else, I guess, is an effect of fatigue. Screw this season, I'm out, I guess, is an example of fatigue. I think it will go down in history as being the least fun season ever. And I say that looking at the Rem Violet Golden Boys seasons square in the eye. I think this was the least fun, least engaged with, least attended, and least enjoyable season ever. The metas were terrible and everybody hated it. The revive meta, yeah, Candlestick. Very few people enjoyed the season. Those that did quite well in it. They were able to climb up much higher with fewer fights. But the majority of people I talked to said, yeah, this was it for me. I'm going to go play something else because this was awful. So I do like that they are engaging new warfare rules and that they've made a commitment to do balancing with a different end goal in mind. And hopefully it bodes well for a fun spring season because God knows we need it. I wonder... Wow, these warfare rules are going to be in effect for our tournament. That's gonna be wild. I got Emp with 207 games. GG. Morning, Tristen. I caught you. Woohoo! I can't wait for my first Moonlight Hero recruitment event. I was able to pull ML Yulha and ML Arya. I've been very lucky being a dolphin. I might get Bellion. Bellion's a good pick. She's an evergreen unit. Thank you so much for the Superman. That was giga generous of you, Jaldabath. I appreciate you. I'm going to work with Valky on a tier list this weekend. We're going to come out with a nice tier list for you guys to help you select which unit you want to pick. I may do a second one that's a little bit more new player centric, but yeah, it'll either come out Sunday or Monday. I'll do a tier list for you on that. And I'm also going to do lists and recommendations on who to pick for your wish list hero. It's just Harsetti meta part 2. Annoying. Yeah, I mean, everybody had their complaints about it. And the bottom line is, everybody who complained about it, whether they complained about the revive meta, or whether they complained about Candlestick, or whether they complained about the over-reliance on Lady of the Scales, the overall arching reason came back to the same thing. This is boring and not fun. I'm not enjoying this. This is tedious, and I want out. So you need to change that, because when you're doing an esport, tedious is not what you're going for. It's not what you're going for in an esport, guys. Hey, let me throw out one piece of really good advice for you guys. If you take nothing else away from anything I say in the month of December, take this. Okay, got your ears screwed on straight. The headhunt event is 45 to 60 days long. I'm not sure if they announced how long this one is, but it's almost 45 to 60 days. It is a very long event. 100% guarantee you that at some point during the duration of the headhunt event, a balance adjustment's going to happen. If you get the ML5 that you've been gunning for, don't lock it in. Unless it's like, you know, you're like me and the only one you're missing is Arya, then go ahead and lock it in. But if there's like 5 or 6 that you're missing, don't lock it in until that balance patch hits. What if that balance patch hits and an ML5 you don't have, who is currently garbage, gets the Blood Moon haste treatment, gets the APOC Ravi treatment, gets the Mediator Queric treatment, right? The Death Dealer Ray treatment, right? Imagine you locked in, you went, oh, it's between, I don't have Death Dealer Ray and I don't have Faithless Litica. Well, I see people cleaving with Faithless Litica, and all I see is people saying Death Dealer Ray is the worst ML5 in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up Faithless Litica. Maybe someday I can get some gear to build her, and then the next day Death Dealer Ray got his buffs. How would you feel about your life at that point? Would you feel like you made good decisions? So yeah. Wait to lock it in. You can go ahead and have it up there and ready and be like, that's it, guys, I'm getting my unit. But then a balance patch drops and you see all these notes and you see the changes that are coming. You can go, ooh, I'm glad I didn't lock that in, because this unit is just going to be a better version of that unit. So that's my one bit of advice to you. I know nobody likes playing Epic 7, the waiting game, but if you get the unit you're gunning for on day 1, if you want to lock it in, you do you. But don't come crying to me when 2 weeks later they do a balanced patch and there was a better option for you. So that's my advice. Wait and see. At least they didn't extend the warfare rules to detonate venoms. That would be too broken. I think this is crazy. The last time they had something that boosted the effectiveness of bombs in there, they removed it. I'm surprised they put bombs back in. I guess they were desperate to make weakening impactful, but I'm worried with I'm worried what you might be able to do with this with Summertime Assaria and with her artifact on Pirate Flan, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. They're every 8 weeks. They're every 8 weeks. I would have to do the math from when the last one was. I don't think it's next week. Hang on. Let's see. November 21st is when I did a stream about the balance patch. No, wait, that's the balance patch went live. November 7th. 8 weeks after November 7th is January 2nd. So January 2nd should be when the next bounce patch announcement is, not next week. Anybody want to argue with that math? So Headhunt goes live on the 18th, and you got 2 whole weeks to go farm your unit, and then you lock it in, and then then Friday, January 2nd, a balance patch announcement happens, and suddenly all these heroes gets buffs, and you have regrets. So I would maybe wait until at least after MLDN has been out for a little bit, after people have had a chance to cook on this. Wait and see on January 2nd what the bounce patch brings before you lock it in. Oh, one other thing I wanted to bring up. Maybe I'm just being a little overly critical on this, guys, but when I was making the thumbnail for the video today, I noticed she got no ass. Like, no ass at all, right? It's not just me. Like, where's Hecate's ass? She's got like half a dozen belts, straps, and this weird jock thing that hangs onto her bra just to hold her pants up because she got no ass. Nah, that's more than just angle, man. That's more than just angle. She's even got supportive equipment to keep her pants from falling down. I figured I'd make people mad with that one. Shaped like an air. She's shaped like an AirPod. God damn, that's funny. That is funny. Shaped like an AirPod. Yeah, Sigrid stole all her cake. Oh shit. Shaped like an AirPod. I love it. Black Lives Matter too. Oh man. Whew. That was a lot. My throat's sore. That was a lot of yapping. Should have put an AirPod on there. Nah, I ain't going that far. Let's see. Do we get lucky today, guys? Do we get lucky? Oh, Tag of Hell's Ancient Book. Let's go. That's a funny looking Tag's book. What's up, Mr. Biacco? Whew. I was getting nervous summoning the blues. Such a pity. Show me Yulha. Or the looks exactly like Yulha doesn't. Hwayang. Sid. Okay, so now that we got all of the no luck out of the way, do as I say, not as I do. Please don't summon for this unit, guys. She is not all that. I'm going to go ahead and do a few summons just to bring my pity down a little bit. Who do I want? Additional Lunas would be good. I never have too many Lunas. So I'm going to do 3 10 pulls. If she doesn't come out in 3 10 pulls, we're moving on. No, I'm saving the galaxies for DN. 3 10 pulls. Let's go. Wow, that's a lot of Helens. That's a lot of Helens, guys. 10 pull number 2 and go. Uh-oh. That sucked. And the last Sir and 10 pull is... It could still flash to purple, but it's not going to. All right, guys, that is it. That's all that unit gets. 07. We'll pick her up some other time. I got plenty of time to recuperate. And I mean, really, 166 from pity. I need 8,000. Can I recuperate if I hit? If I 8,500. I could recuperate one more. She gets one more. Okay, perfect. You need 8,500 mystics to go from 150 to pity. So we're fine. I don't think she's a good unit, but maybe these warfare rules will make her like kind of nutty. We'll have to see. Yo, chat, can you believe this guy's not even done clan boss today? Shake my head. Not a good clan leader. Excuse me? I believe if you check, I have done clan boss. Oh, it does not like to load unless you load player and play first. My bad. Picky ass computer. Why does it not let me load player and play first? Gotta run it from here for some reason. It never lets me run it from my desktop. Oh, I used them when I woke up first thing this morning. So I guess I already used them and got the rules. Like, I hit all of them. Look at that. I used 4 ass keys. What'd we get? That sucks. Something good here? No. No. Boo. These are never good. Alrighty. Pew, 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 pew. How much damage do we do? Not bad. Ooh, 264. Hell yeah. Hey, good job, Beardy. Make sure you guys are doing what, as long as you can 2-key the top chest. If you can't 2-key the top chest, go to the one below. You always want to make sure you're getting the top level chest. Like this guy over here who's doing 900k on Alter Nightmare. He's not going to get anything. You need to do at least 17 million to get the first chest, and it's a mythical chest. You may as well come down here and get the Grandmaster chest over here instead of the mythical chest up here. It'll be better for you. So don't waste your time hitting things unless you can get the top level chests. It'll go over better for you. She is pretty though, isn't she? Yo, Tristen, you played Where Winds Meet. I know it's not your usual wheelhouse, but it's really fun. Terrible rates though. You actually trying to get me to play another gacha game? Thought you guys liked me. I don't think these are worth buying. These are not worth buying, and these are not worth buying. I guess everything's going to go into stamina now. Isn't Where Winds Meet an MMO? He just said rates are not good, so I assumed. All the gotchas just for outfits, not for power. Okay. But no, I haven't played it. If I had any spare time, I would be playing more CZN. I'm hoping that things calm down for me a little bit going into next year. About the time I get free time to play CZN, everyone's like, it's a dead game now. Nobody's playing it. Do you guys notice that they seriously nerfed the drop rate of posters? Because holy shit, finding expeditions is not easy. Oh my god. Hurry up and transmit something so fucking hell, transmit something so I can do all the way to the bottom. Okay, buy 10,000 Helens. Ah! Actually made it in. Yeah, it's been really rough. They really need to re-up the drop rates. I mean, we're halfway through the month and we're barely chipping into posters. I think a lot of it is sweeps. Sweeps have made it so easy to murder posters that there's less food on the table for everybody to share. I think sweeping other people's posters might have been a mistake. Sweeping your own, fine, but sweeping other people's? We need to be done until the 18th, right? That's a good point. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we might have to get this shit done by the 18th, right? Why the 18th? 18th is when they're shifting the schedule, and Expeditions was one of the things they said they were turning into a 3-week schedule instead of a 4-week. Yeah, if you want to help some homies out, guys, don't sweep your own posters. Just hit it once and post it live. Someone else will sweep it. Share the love a little bit, right? There's one. And do level 2s, guys. Do level 2s. The drops are lower from level 1s and level 2s, but the progression on the battle pass is the same. So it's not like waste of stamina to hit level 1s and level 2s. Always check. Yeah, the points you get are the same. The only thing that's different is the quality of the charm that drops at the end. I did some pulls for Surin and Luna. Do I want to look at this? Hey, congrats. Luna's a great unit. Surin, maybe she does okay. Yeah, you gotta get this done by the 17th. I mean, you don't have to. You just miss out on some reward. I should put out a little PSA short telling people, like, be a homie and don't sweep fights. unless you're the last person to go in a fight. There's like 5 other people have attacked. Don't sweep the fights. It's sad how bad Saria is. I've seen some people use her here and there, but yeah. So always check all 3. Ooh. You watch this. This guy's live. I bet when I hit him, suddenly somebody's going to join, and the HP bars will go. Zzz. Somebody joined. Okay, he's not sweeping at least. The current epic pass, the Astrum pass, it's garbage and you shouldn't get it. Save your sky stones. I almost sweeped it, but then I decided not to. You can go ahead if you want, man. I'm in here. I got my points already, but I'm going to dip out when it's down around 20%. Let some other people get some hits in. She's a non-limited RGB unit. When was the last non-limited RGB unit we had that was in any way good? There's Setska, and before that, there's Janua over a year ago. Non-limited RGB units, traditionally, they're used in PvE, and that's about it. They're typically not good. I'm going to dip out, let some other people get some hits in here. Yeah, Janua, almost or over a year ago. When did Janua come out? It was like December, January, I think. Can't do Dark Constellation on Hell. What am I missing? Do you have Watcher Shuri and General Purgus? Because if so, you can do it on Hell. Oh, go straight to Nightmare, Beardy. I think that's the one where Hell's broken. Just skip it and go straight to Nightmare. There's one of them where the level is broken and not working right. It's like harder than Perdition. I think Maury's the one that discovered it. He did a whole ass video on it. Hell is unbeatable. Yeah, there you go. Don't do Hell. Just go straight for Nightmare. It's actually easier. I like how it says 1 month left, but there's 1 month left, but there's only like 6 days left. I mean, maybe they plan on fixing it next season. They're revamping things. It probably is part of next season's fix. Why fix something that's only about for a couple of days, right? Oh, hey, check out what I rolled yesterday. It's been a minute, and it's on a freaking flat attack ring on riposte set, but ain't she pretty? It's been a while since I've seen speed like that. That last roll going into health, though, I was like, oh, so close. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this without bricking my whole ass account. First, we're going to go through all these assholes and make sure that they are wearing plus 30 artifacts. He is. She is. Okay, she needs a plus 30 artifact. You can just have sachets. Are you wearing a plus 30 artifact? You don't change a single piece of gear until you do this. You got to check the artifacts first. Everybody needs to be wearing a plus 30 artifact, and everybody needs to be a level 60 unit. They don't have to be a 6-star base or anything like that, but they have to be a level 60 unit wearing a 3-star artifact if you're going to try to get this Constellation BS done. And the reason we're doing artifacts first is because I can remember what artifacts were on what units and put them back, but gear, I want to use the system, the in-game system, to put the gear back for me. And if I try to change the artifacts and the gear at the same time, There is no way that I will, there's no way that I'll have enough resets to put everything back. This is a giant pain in the ass, but it is worth it for the Mola Gora, right? We're doing this for the Mola. Hey, Valky, do you know what needs buffed on Hecate? Her butt. Where is Hecate's ass? Sigrid stole all of Hecate's ass. Dude, she's so flat down here, she's got to have this assistive strap that connects to her bra to hold her pants up, or else her pants, and all these belts and straps to keep her pants from falling right off of her. Because she got no cake at all. Somebody in chat said she's built like an iPod. Built like an ear pod. Bro. I got yelled at for body shaming a piece of anime art. So I should stop. Okay, she's on a plus 30. Get out of there, Harsetti. Luna, are you on a plus 30 artifact? You are not. So work. It doesn't matter if it's a 3, 4, or 5-star artifact, as long as it's plus 30, guys. Okay, 3 down, 3 to go. They really need to revise this system, because this system is stupid. Especially with us only having a limited number of do-overs on putting gear back. Even just doing this, I'm annoyed that I'm going to have to go and figure out where all these artifacts went. Okay. Eat Cecilia. Man, I remember when Cecilia was a good unit. Laya. Holding down the fort for good redheads. Lionheart. Okay, so that's done. And Leo, last one. Hardest part's making sure I don't take an artifact off of another unit that's already on the team. Oh, we can't use Furious. He's 5-star. Let's use a Saria. I want to make sure it's a 6-star base, guys. And yeah, Furious, we just took him off, so we'll use that. And Victorica's fine as long as she's on a plus 30 artifact. She is. Whew. Okay, now we can get to work. Now we need to max everything out. So we need 6,200. Okay, so let me screenshot this so I remember who we're working with. The ×2 units are the most impactful. So let's see. Let's make sure everybody here has got their gear on. Okay. Green first. Lots. Okay, Lots has got a full set of gear on. Dark was Shadow Rose. Shadow Rose needs a piece of gear. We're going to sort by equipment score. Equipment score is all that matters. Sets don't matter, just equipment score. Okay, so Shadow Rose is good. For light units, we use Faithless Litica. She's fully geared. Let's put her in. For ice units, I was using DN. She's fully geared. Put her in. And for fire units, I was using Haste. And Haste is fully geared. Put him in. How close am I? Okay, I only need a little bit, right? 6178. I just need 6,200. So let's nudge. Actually, let's nudge DN up. Let's see. Let's look at the gear score. Her lowest gear score piece is an 87 ring, so let's give her a better ring. $103 gear score ring. That should be overkill. It was overkill, but that's fine. The best kind of kill. Sagittarius. Okay, let me screenshot these a-holes so I know what I'm doing next. Out, 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 out. Okay. So first is Warriors. I was using Benny Heckenmaru. Oh, let's make sure Benny's wearing gear. Okay, Benny's fully geared in. Next is Nukehead Auden. Is Naked Auden geared? She is in. Next was Tywin. Is Tywin fully geared? He is in. Next was Carrot. Is Carrot fully geared? She is in. And next was Requiem Roar. Is she fully geared? She is not. So let's put some high-end pieces on her. How about you can have Senya's weapon and Rowanna's ring. How close are we? Okay, we need 62 points. So let's take a look at Requiem Roar and see what we can do to improve this. This is a pretty high gear score. I guess her neck can be improved a little bit. So neck, let's give her Saria's neck, 105. It's a pretty big jump. Some skill ups don't matter. Skill ups have no impact on it. Here, I'll show you. 6166. It's only 3 things that impact it. Artifact quality, being 6-star, and then gear score. Okay, but we're a little bit away. She's already got really good gear. Let's look at Carrot and see if we can improve anything on Karat. Let's see. I do have Researcher Carrot, but it doesn't matter. As long as they're 6-star, it doesn't matter what they are. You could do a 6-star monster, it would count just as good. Man, her gear is freaking top shelf. Okay, let's look at some of the other shitter-ditters and see Tywin. Surely Tywin. We can improve Tywin, right? Oh, yeah. God, that ring and that neck. Okay, Tywin, your ring and your neck need to go into something better. How about you can have Rylet's neck and you can have Ravi's ring. Does that get us there? Perfect. On we go. Okay, Libra. Let me get a screenshot of these units so I know who I'm farting around with. Anybody been keeping track on how many changes we've made? I hope I have enough resets to put all the gear back. Okay, Hua Young, are you naked? No. Get in there, Hua. And Luna. Luna, are you naked? Just the way Volcanics likes it. No chest plate. I mean, to be fair, no chest plate could contain that. Just blew right off of her. Okay, armor. This one. In. And we had Opsig here. Oops, I didn't check. I'm pretty sure she's fully geared, but let me just double check. Is in. And Rimuru is fully geared in. And Spider Maya is fully geared in. We are short a lot, about 117 points. Let's take these two nerds out and mess with them first. So Rimuru, let me look at your gear. Definitely better armor, weapon, and maybe ring. You're in a 2x placement, so I want you to have really, really good gear because I get a lot more out of 2x placement. So let's give you a better weapon. How about this one? A ring. How about that one? And it was a neck, right? No. Armor, no. It was a helm. Okay. And a helm, you can have this one. Okay, that's a big chunk of change. Let's see how close that gets us. We're 45 away. Okay, so what can we change here? Literally everything. Everything that's not the armor needs changed. Boots. You get these kicks. You can have Saria's ring. Take that neck. And take her weapon. Wow, way overkill. Way overkill. Okay, went a little too hard, but I don't want to take gear off. We're going to run out of slots. Which set got canceled? Acceleration set got delayed. It's going to get pushed to some other release date. I'm not convinced they've canceled it yet. Okay, Virgo. Screenshot these nerds. Take them out. Take them out. Take them out. I've never worked so hard for friggin' Mola in my life. Okay, Sharoon, you're fully geared, go in. Warwick, you're fully geared, go in. Peyra, you're missing gear. We'll come back and do Peyra in just a minute. Actually, let's just do her now, because Peyra is a speed unit, so she likely has some shit. Yeah, look at the shit gear on Peyra. Let's change all of Peyra's gear real quick while we're here. So you can have Rylet's weapon. I know I'm not using Schneel anywhere. I am not using Lady the Scales anywhere. I'm not using Setska anywhere, and I'm not using Ilanov anywhere, and I'm not using Setska anywhere. Man, that is a garbage looking Peyra, isn't it? A lot of points. And Pavel, are you wearing gear, Pavel? You are. And the gear is... Oh my god, that weapon. Oh my god, those boots. Okay, let's see how far we are before we go crazy, though. I don't want to run out of gear sockets. We're about 200 away, so these two need some serious help. Pavel. Said Pavel. Okay. Weapon, armor, and boots need changed. You can have Fern's weapon. You can have Freeren's armor. And you can have Ludwig's boots. Remember, it's not about their stats, Dake. It's about the gear score. You're putting together some of the worst builds of your life just to force super high gear score. Tieria. Like, this Tieria is, you know, decently built for PvE, right? But this armor and this neck are kind of low gear score. So we change that shit. Armor and neck. And we give her good armor. Good armor, like this Ahmed armor at 103 gear score. And neck. Give her Hua Young's neck. Now we've made a completely useless build that can't do shit. Oh, how close. We are just a little ways off. Can we get it from you, Kawaric? Oh, that armor. Okay, I think we do the armor in the ring on Kawaric and we're in. You can have that armor, and you can have Lua's ring. That should do it, right? Oh, more than did it. More than did it. Okay. Whew. I think we might make it, guys. We got 2 more to go. I think that's enough. We've already picked up 10 mola for our efforts. Okay. Get a screenshot of these. Great system, Smilegate. Everybody's enjoying this. This is content galore. Okay, so this shoe is fully geared. Lionheart better be fully geared. I'm not even gonna look. I just know my Lionheart's geared. Not having Lionheart geared is a sin. Lion is geared. CC is probably missing a lot of stuff. Oh, you're missing a neck. Anything else we're going to change on you while we're here, actually? Let's take a look. Let's give her a new weapon, new boots, new ring. Okay, so everything except helm and armor needs to change on CC. Even the armor. Everything except the helm. Let's change everything except the helm. We want to reduce the amount of undos we have, so let's try to get it all done in one swoop. I'm using these everywhere. I don't think I'm using her anywhere. The helm was good. It was everything else that needed changed. I'm not using Zio. Not using you. I think I'm using Celine. I think I am. Not using Freeren. Okay, massive upgrade for Cecilia, and she's in a 2x spot, so that's huge. And the last one is poor Ida. Before we do this, anything else we can fix on Ida? Try to get all the changes done at once. Literally everything. Everything changes. We can maybe leave the neck alone. Everything changes on Ida. So, you can have that weapon. You can have that. Helmet. We are running a little lean here. You can have that. Armor. I think we can leave the neck alone at 96. You can have Ross's ring, and you can have Bologna's boots. That should do it. Pow. Overkill. Done with authorita. Last one, guys. I think we might make it. Screenshot this. Take them all out. Okay, Victorica, you are wearing gear. Does the gear suck? Yes. Yes, it does. But we aren't going to change it yet because you're not in the 2x spot. We're not using Furious. We use a Saria. She's wearing gear. Get in there. And we're going to use... Oh, shit, we were using Freerin. I guess now we're using Ludwig. And here we were using Blue Hua. And for the last one, we were using Landy. What can I say? What's the rest of your gear look like, Landy? All of it. All of it needs to go. All of it. Manage. Okay. We're using all of these. You get that. You get that. You get that. That. Guess we weren't using Celine. And you get that. That's a pretty substantial glow up on gear score, don't you think? Pow. Okay, we are short 40. What can we do for you? What the deuce? Where's my unit, guys? There we go. That was weird. Okay, anything we can do to improve Hua? We give her a new weapon and new boots. And maybe, or sorry, new ring, new boots, maybe a new weapon. Ring, boots, weapon, ring, boots, weapon, ring, boots, weapon. Get that weapon. Ring and boots. You get this ring, and you get... Already got... it's on land. You get these sweet kicks from Stenny. Did we get it? Oh, we got it, guys. We got it. Oh, my God. It can be done. What a pain in the ass. But, dude, it was 20 mole Agora. That took a chunk of time, but get it as much as you can. Right? First, you have to have everything unlocked, which means you pretty much had to be here from almost the start of Constellations. You could maybe have missed 1 month, and you got to have high gear score. I know for newer players it sucks. Newer players need the mole the most, and they're the ones that are going to struggle the most to get this done. But do as much as you can. Don't leave cash on the table, guys. Now let's see if we're able to put all of this stuff back and how many things I'm going to have to re-gear by hand. All that back. Three, 6, 9. We're back to Rimuru. I'm not feeling so good about this, guys. I'm not feeling so good. We need to get back to where I can see artifacts. We made it! I see artifacts. That means we made it. Oh, everything got put back where it was. That's so refreshing. I thought for sure I was going to have to pull up fribbles and screenshots and manually put stuff back. Looks like I'm going to have to manually restore a few artifacts, but that's why you move the artifacts first. Trying to remember which artifact went on which unit is nowhere near as much of a pain in the ass as trying to figure out which 6 pieces of gear went on which unit. So move your artifacts first, then start shuffling your gear to get Constellations done and taken care of. Get this filled out, guys. Woo-wee. Freaking awesome. Still need to do some of these too. I got to bang these out before the end of the month. I will do that some other time, though. I'm spent with all that moving of gear for no reason other than to get 10 free Molagora. So plus 30 artifact impacts it. Correct. It doesn't matter if it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5-star artifact. As long as it is plus 30, it counts. It doesn't matter if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5-star base unit. As long as it's level 60, it counts. And other than that, all that matters is gear score. I'm pretty sure exclusive equipment doesn't impact it. I know Molagora doesn't impact it. It's all about gear score once you've got the artifact and the unit to level 60. That's it. Level 60 unit, level 30 artifact. Other than that, sort by gear score and just start going left to right, top to bottom. Be careful to spread it out evenly. Don't go too far over. If you have one at 6,400 points and the other one at 6,100 points, you see where the imbalance is. Get it as close to 62 as you can, then move on to the next one. Yeah, you can do any level. You can have never done this at all and jump straight into perdition. There's no one stage is locked behind the other. When you go in there, they should all be available to you. You should just be able to use this slider to select any level you want to do. I have never done hard or hell, ever. Very first day this released, I did perdition. I didn't do nightmare until the second month. So you can do any stage you want. And if you do care about perdition, if you do care about getting these stupid rewards right here, you got to do perdition now. Because on the 18th, these rewards go away. And this is just for beating it on perdition. It's some currency. It's not bad. Well, you're not a 2-month player. But what I'm not saying, what I'm saying is I was able to go into the stage and do it. Not that it's not like you got to do hell to unlock nightmare. You got to do nightmare to unlock perdition. It's not like that. You can just go right straight in and do it. And if you can't do nightmare, then just do hard because hell is broken. Don't know why hell is broken, but if you can do hard, you can probably do nightmare. Let me show you how easy nightmare is. Okay, we're gonna do nightmare light, right? First of all, I'm assuming this light. Where's light? Do you have this perdition maxed out? Yes or no? Sorry. Okay, wait. Are you trying to do the dark fight with light heroes, or are you trying to do the light fight with dark heroes? The light fight's a little bit more of a pain in the ass, but it's still very doable. The dark one's just stupid easy. This one does require some specific heroes. If you're relatively new, this is probably the hardest one to do. You're trying to do this fight. Sir Tilt, is this the fight you're trying to do? The dark one with light heroes. Okay. This one's stupid easy. So, do you have this tree 5-starred or only 4-starred? Because you're not soul burning properly, Beardy. I'll show you in a minute. 2-starred. You only have this up to here, huh? Can you get it to 3-star? Because God, 3-star makes it so much easier. Okay, I think we can still do it. You can get it to 3. I think maybe. Okay, I'm going to try it on 2. It's going to be tough, though. I'm not going to be able to cheese it. Do you have Specimen Says? If you can do it on 2, then if you've got Specimen Says, you can do it on 2. I still think I can do it. So let's see. We're going to go with, okay, first of all, tell me if you don't have any of these heroes that I'm about to select. No Says? Okay. Who here don't you have? You don't have Watcher Shuri? And you don't have Specimen Says. Shit. We need a 100% pen unit, guys. You don't have Dragon King. No. We got this. We just need a 100% pen unit. I'm trying to think of who other than those two has 100% pen. It doesn't technically have to be a light unit, I guess. But it has to be somebody who's pen. I don't have Shuri, so I used Hecate. Yeah, lady's cheating. G-Ras. Yeah, G-Ras. Let's try G-Ras. You got your Genesis Ross yet? I get G-Ross in 2 days. Okay, guys, no G-Ross. We need another pen unit. Can we use Lorena? You have Sage Ball and Cezanne? Yeah, she's only 50. She isn't going to work. Yule has a pretty fucking long cooldown. Raises AoE. What about Lilibet? Do you have Lilibet? Okay, so this is what you need to do. You've got time, but you need to go over to your Grace of Growth, and whoever you have on here, you need to take them off and start this cooldown timer for 2 days, because you've got 6 days to get this done. And at the end of 2 days, you put your Watcher Shuri in here. That way you don't have to build him. Although he is a unit I'd recommend building. So you slap your Watcher Shuri in there at the end of 2 days, and then you're going to go and do it just like I'm about to show you. I thought you said you had him, he just wasn't built. I thought you said Shuri wasn't built. Why is pen needed? It's the only way to kill the, when they have the multiple things on there. You need 100% pen. That was somebody else. Shit. Who else is 100% fucking pen? Last Rider Krall, but he's AoE. Dragon Bride Senya, she's AoE. It's got to be a single target pen, right? He doesn't have oh yeah, he could use Genesis Ross in 2 days. That's a good point, Kylon. He doesn't have Watcher at all, though. Is the LQC 100% pen? Nope, she's 50% pen, dude. It's just the damage dealt increases when it's dark. He doesn't have GRAS. Oh. Is GRAS going to use? Dragon Bride is single target. Do you have Dragon Bride Senya? That's a good point. Do you have Dragon Bride Senya? No, you can't use AoE. Oh. Janua. Do you have Joshua? Fucking hell. You have Janua? Yeah, I know, Kyle. I know it doesn't have to be light. You have Janua? You do have Janua. Okay, we are in. Okay, so let's go get this done. Maxed and everything. I knew we'd find a way. Okay, with only 2 stars. Man, this is gonna be rough. So let's get Joshua on the team. And one other light you said you had Tywin, right? You did say you had Tywin, right? You were using Tywin? Yes, no, maybe. No? Okay, I thought you said you had him. No worries. So who is a good option here? It's got to be light, because we got to have 3 light units. Somebody it's a good damage dealer. You don't by chance have Lady of the Scales on your team, do you? Lady of the Scales, Sylvan Sage Vivian. Nope. You have G-Perg? Fuck, we'll just keep it, I'll just go with somebody I know you have. I gotta take her off of the friggin' Constellation, though. There we go. Ah. Alrighty. Now let's keep it reasonable by going with decent gear, right? So I'm gonna take his boots off. Yeah, that looks terrible. And I'll take her boots off. And I'll take her boots off. And I'll take her boots off. Fair. If you can't build to my level of gear wearing boots and I'm not wearing boots, then you might just need to stick with hard. But let's see if we can get this done, right? This is going to be rough. This is going to be really rough with only two of those 3 stars. You get those 3 stars, that's going to make it so much easier. Just turn auto off. Okay, so you see how these guys have 2 little crossed arm effects on them? We're going to burn. As we burn, it lowers this Constellation thing. When we stun them, he'll get these little bubble thing on him, right? We're going to burn and stun somebody else. Now you notice they've got 3 of the cross arms. 3 cross arms, you do way more damage than 2 cross arms. So you want to make sure... You want to make sure that they have 3 crossed arms before you nuke them. I don't need to pen here, do I? Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. Rap pow. See, I did like 3 million damage, way more damage. Is this the AoE one? Do this one, we'll hit this nerd. So if you're getting to the very end and getting extinctified, that's probably the issue. Burn, pop, is you're not letting these guys have 3 of the crossed arm effects, which greatly reduces the damage you do. Push you up. Pop. I thought that was going to kill. That's disappointing. Okay. Man, not having that third skill. Okay, I'm gonna try it again, but I might have to get that third star or put some boots back on. But let's try it here. Let's see. We'll stun you, and we will stun you. Ow! Oh my God, he slept me. Okay, I'm gonna S3. Anybody's fine in the front. She's probably like the least important. We'll burn this, get that Constellation down a little bit, and then Janua should be able to one-shot him. There we go. We're on to the next stage. I'm gonna save my penetration skill for when I come across those other guys. So, God, not having the soul sucks. And also putting my slowest unit in the front, because this is what gives me souls. Not good. That's okay. Maybe we get lucky. Stun? Oh, we got lucky. Okay. I'm just gonna S1 this guy. Burn and stun this one. That should get me the triple crossed arm. Nope, still got the double crossed arm. Fuck it, we're running out of time. Let's go ahead and kill one of them. Stun. No. Ow. Sleep. There we go. And you're ready to take a turn, so let's kill you. Fuck me, the sleeps. I don't know if I can do this with no boots on while I've got while I don't have 3. We really need to stop Nightmare, guys. I was a little too cocky with that one. Got to find some way to get you up to heroes become unaffected by cooldown. And God, if you can get this one, it's so cheap. I did this with worse gear. Gear is fine. But, okay, you know what? One more time for you. One more time. Move your gear around. Get those 3 stars. Not that hard. Katie's up front. Go. Pop. And pop. Now I got the 3 crossed arms. Check it. I'm going to S3 this turd in the back. Oh, she fell a friggin' Skar stuff. Pop. Pop. Don't put Tyria to sleep, you son of a bitch. This will kill those 2. Stunned. Regular hit. Regular hit. Next phase. Okay, burn. Let's stun you. And let's kill you. Burn. Let's stun you. There, we got the 3 crossed arms. Very good. I'm going to... go ahead and try to stun this front one. Oh well, bad luck. Kill this one. Pop, pop. Everybody's dead. Lots of stuff happening here. 1. Heal and cleanse all the bullshit. And now we really got to burn this down. Don't want to burn you. Okay, okay. So see this one here with the gold shield. He has to be hit with 100% penetration skill while he is debuffed. So we will soul burn here. Pop. He's asleep. Ignore the immunity. Cannot be affected by debuffs except for sleep. And I'm going to S2 and I'm going to push you back to the front of the line. Just S1 here. And now we use 100% pen skill and it will kill this guy. Is Janua not 100% pen, guys? Or did I miss a crit? I have questions. Yeah, it might just be a gear issue, guys. Ow. Shit! Okay, this is fine. We'll still get through all this. First, we'll kill this. Hit him again. We'll burn you. That gets me the attack down. That'll help us survive. And can I push you ahead? Moon Bunny gonna die? Will this do anything? It won't do anything, right? We won't do any damage at all. Because there's no penetration. He won't do any damage at all. And yeah, he'll just wake up and not have any damage done. We'll hit this back guy. Maybe we kill it. So close. Ooh, it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. That. Nothing. Burn this. And we're dead. Ugh. How close is Joshua to his S3? He's ready, so we'll burn and stun this. And then we'll burn and stun this. Okay, Joshua, do it right. Yeah, wow. Okay. That is a whole ass problem. This will kill the middle one. He just doesn't have enough damage without boots on, guys.
You got a better built Janua than I do, right? I think you said yours was fully geared and ready to go, so maybe you won't have these problems of not killing. But yeah, we're gonna run out of turns because we aren't killing fast enough. Ah. Fine, you can have shoes. I just want to make sure this isn't a Janua issue, because he should work. I don't think there's any mandate that it has to be a light unit that does this. Already got the attack down, so there's no real reason to soul burn at this point. Ow. Okay. Just hit this guy, I guess. We'll burn you. We'll burn you. Now we got the 3 crossed arm guys, so we'll get more points. Kill this one. Burn you, and then Tyria can actually just this one here, I guess. And Tyria can S2, they'll kill both of these. Next phase. Stupid sleeps. When's that BS? Oh, he doesn't have the attack down. I should really go ahead and burn. God, I really want to save the burn. We're getting ready to push phase anyway. We'll just take... Oh, never mind. I got an attack down there. Easy game. Bring back the baddies. Okay, burn, and you get stunned, and burn, and you get stunned, and... Can you do it with no attack buff? Show me. Wow. Okay, so we just need to attack buff him. That's wild. So I'll need to use Moon Bunny's S3 to give him an attack buff, or use his Soulburn S1 to give him an attack buff. One of the two. Okay, we'll make it. We'll work around this one here. Gotta cycle Janua around here. What does Tyria do in this lineup? She's just a light unit. She's just here to be to meet the requirement of a 3rd light unit. There's a lot of better options. He just doesn't have them. I went with Tyria because everybody's got her. Got so many turns wasted on this fight. Okay, so if we need an attack buff on Janua,
It is 100% pen, right? Is my Janua just that shit? Penetrates the target's defense. You know what fucking does it? Is I put him on attack boots. But he's already almost 4K 300. I don't want to go, like, Giga Stomp an attack on him. Let's just try it with an attack buff. No, this is Nightmare. Perdition, you have to use 4 light units. Burn for you, and on this one. Oops, shit. I'm killing them when they only have 2 crossed arms. I gotta make sure I have 3 crossed arms before I kill them. There we go. You get way more damage out of 3 crossed arms than out of 2. People are getting extincted at the very end of that is typically the issue. 2 here. Up. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's fine. It's whatever. Whatever. I just need to see if he kills. That's all that really matters, right? Is that he actually can kill here. So, there we go. And he's got an attack buff now, right? With attack buff? Barely. Frickin' barely kills. Yeah, if it's a non-light penetration unit, missing that extra damage from elemental advantage really, really harms this. It should get me 3. Where's my 3rd crossed arm, damn it? Yuck! I should be able to make it work like this. You can try, man. You can try. I'd recommend somebody other than Tieria. But, yeah. Hopefully you pick up this Chad later on. He makes it so much easier. So much easier. Like, literally, I can do... I can do this. What is happening to YouTube chat? It's doubling. I don't know why, but it's doubling. My bot's all fuckered up and it's doubling YouTube chat on stream. It just is what it is. Or there are other things. Does Genesis Ross work? He doesn't have him yet. In 2 days, he'll have Genesis Ross, and that might be the option for him, right? Would Lady be good in this fight? Yeah, he doesn't have her, but she would be good. Fuck it, let's just put Tyria back in. Tyria's got a 10 soul burn, and she does decent damage, and she doesn't stink up the joint. Boop. See, I've only got 2 of the crossed arms. Make sure you don't kill until you've gotten 3 of the crossed arms. Once you got 3 of the crossed arms, you'll do a lot more damage when you kill. For those of you who are like, I keep getting extincted, I can't quite do enough damage to kill, because you're not waiting for the 3 crossed arms. Nice job, Ras. That was a great solid hit. I think I can kill. I almost killed last time. Ah, stupid. Pop. I got the attack down. No real reason to soul burn. Let's just S1 and just S1, and then that's dead. Up here. Beat on better or light 10A? 10 soul burn. Good job, Tyria. You really lit up the joint. 10 soul burn on the S1. That's what makes Beat Om and Hecate so freaking good. I clicked him. Pop. There's the 3 crossed arms. So up here. Okay, let's see if what an AoE does here. Nice. Good job, Hecate. Nice job falling asleep. Get this down. Ouch. Bye, Ross. He was on gear. Gotta kill the ads without the shield before G-Ross S3, otherwise it won't kill. Oh, that's how you're getting away with it being an AoE, huh? By not having it AoE other units? Okay, one more time. I'll try it one more time, but then I'm kind of overdoing this with trying to force this without the key characters. Pop once, get the bubble, pop again, get the 3 guys with folding arms. Tyria can kill both of those. Big points. Fuck it, let's at 10 or 20 souls. I've already got the attack down. Soul burn doesn't do much for me here. Just S2 here. S1 some more. Ouch. Very good game. Very good. Pop. Good kill. Burn, get the moon down to 10%. Pop. Why is Tyria dying? Oh my god. No, why is she dying? Because she's asleep, because I don't have the 5th constellation, which turns Nightmare off. Ah. Okay. One more time. Done for you. Got the 3 folded arms going on now. Let's go ahead and hit you. Let's kill this guy. I'm gonna S2 myself so I can lap. I can't S2 myself. Annoying. To you. You can S3, get rid of the sleep. No, it's only 1 debuff. Get rid of the poison. Okay. You're gonna die. Yeah, maybe I do need some Wondrous Potion Vial in my life. Okay, you say I have to kill the other 2 and then Ross can kill the shield guy? Is that what you were saying? Well, we're going to kill 2 here. All right, off we go. Holy shit, it worked. Okay, I tip my hat to you. I did not expect that would work. The attack down back. Yeah, G-Ras definitely over Genua. I took way less gear to make that happen. You can try it with Genua. You got a couple of days. Take this down a notch. 2. A little easier when we get inside the break phase. Notch. Back the baddies. Hit this guy. Burn, and you get that. And then you get that. And then you can hold on to this. You can have some of that. Ow. Then you get this. And then you... Shit. Well, this is really unfortunate. Bad timing. Oh well, it is what it is, guys. Nothing we can do about it. Ow. Okay. You hold this. I'm gonna S3. A little bit of a push. And then Ross can S3. Easy. Poof. Okay, guys, we got 2 turns left. It's not looking good. It's been kind of slow. Burn to take this down to 20%. Like that. Cleanse the bullshit. I got the souls, but I don't want to burn that though. S1 this, and then I can burn this. Get that down to 10%. Got the attack down. We're good. Bring back the baddies. Alrighty. We burn you. We burn you. S2U. This might be enough right here, guys. Pop. S1U. Nope, we need the last one. Shit. It was so close. It was so close. If the speed tuning had been better, if we'd made Dominial faster than Hecate, we could do it. We could sleep it with Dominial, then Hecate could push Ras up, and then Ras could kill. But now as it stands, we're going to get outsped. Unless this is enough of a push, and I don't think it is. I don't know why you guys are worried. My confidence was never shaken. I mean, I should be the one who's upset that you guys didn't have faith that Ras was going to cut there. I figured you guys would know I was just testing y'all and that I never lost faith. Not for one moment. Get the fuck off my screen! Winning. Man, that was not easy, but yeah, you can 3-man it. Because Free Spiritiera sure as shit didn't do anything that entire fight. So, yeah. Man, make that third. Do you have a ROM? If you have a ROM, this is cake. Auxiliary lots, green lots, anybody that's loaded with CR pushes that can help manipulate the team around, make that your 4th unit. And then just have Ross run over everybody. Green Asaria works too for resetting Ross, but I was just thinking the CR manipulation of lots, A-lots, a ROM, units like that are fucking huge too. Even Doris. Doris for the cleanses and the heals and the CR push would be crazy good. So yeah. Go get it, man. Go get your points. Go get your wolf-shaped helmet gear. Oh god, that's a good looking piece. Oh, the effectiveness kind of hurts my soul, but it's got potential. It's got potential, guys. Let's roll it. I think I earned it. I think I earned something good from all of that. Let's go. That's a nice start. Where else are we going with this? The effectiveness kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Dude, that's a tanky piece, man. That is a tanky piece for a slow effectiveness bruiser. That'll find a home. That'll find a home big time. God, that rolled so good, guys. 8899. 88999. Wow. Yeah, it's one of my highest gear score pieces, I think. Let's see, arranged by equipment score. Yeah, it's in my top 15. I only have 10 pieces that are higher gear score than this. And some of them are stupid, like this. My highest gear score piece, and it's good on nobody. Just Anybody tells you gear score is important, I like to show this piece off. Like, tell me again how gear score is important. I'll wait. Gear score don't mean shit if the stats don't have good synergy. Gear score don't mean shit if you got a 23 speed on there. Man, I'm spent. I hope that helped you out because I am spent and I've still got to go make a video about the warfare rules. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here and tap out. Appreciate you guys being here. I hope you're excited for some of the changes that are heading our way. Anybody have any questions or anything you want to see before we slide on out of here? Other than the iPod girl or the AirPod girl. All right, guys, I'm going to send you over to Valky. Make sure you ask Valky about, was he lying? Did he lie to you guys when he said that he wasn't streaming anymore for 2025? That he did this big farewell and told everybody he was done streaming in 2025? Ask him for me. It's like, what? Didn't you already have your last stream of the year? Why are you live? Frida worth building. Frida is very good, but she is mostly for Guild Wars and Arena now. She's a really nice push unit. She's not quite the RTA cleave unit she used to be, but I really like Frida. All right, guys. I will catch you all maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a kick-ass part of the community. Thanks for the subs. Holy shit. Monster of Doom. I think I said thanks to you, Monster of Doom, but I totally ignored Ginu Frank, who subbed like almost 2 hours ago. Man, I got to get better about reading my notifications. All right, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. Take care. Is Bihu still necessary for Green Boss and Constellation? No. Search Tristen Wulf Auto Constellation, and you'll find a way to do it without Bihu on full auto. Carrot is the bomb. Unless you're talking about Perdition. He's kind of needed for Perdition. Anyway, I'm out. I'll catch you guys later.
Burn us one into scales.